I I never want to hurt someone I love again. I know I get that's kind of, you know, like, like I say that, and obviously nobody wants to hurt anybody that they love. I mean, I'd hope not. But like in my case, I just like I've lost, these past few days I've been posting about that. I lost someone that was really special to me, and I lost someone that I loved because I hurt them and because I didn't know what I was doing. That's not an excuse at all, by the way. That's not an excuse. Sorry, you guys. But like, seriously, like, I never want to hurt someone I love again. That, like, I don't know. Because there were times that, like, you know, like, like, you know, it was just big problems. And, you know, I just don't really know how to change that. I don't know how to change how I react to things. And that might just be me. That could just be me. I don't know, but like I don't know how to change how I react to some things. Like I'm just kind of like clueless in a way. But at the same time, I'm not really, because I know what to do. I have a clear vision on what I need to do, but it's like I don't have the steps to get up there because I just don't know how I could. I get it's easy. Like you can say that, but whenever you're like, out of a relationship and you don't really have anywhere to like experiment with that, anywhere to like be like, hey, this is a good time where I could like test out to see if I've gotten better. Like whenever you're not in a relationship or like in a talking stage, it gets really hard to like experiment with that stuff because like how am I supposed to know whenever I have gotten better? How am I supposed to know? Seriously, that's an honest to God question. Like I'd be happy with anybody's advice, and I've asked for advice a lot, like these past few days. But this is just one of those things. I don't know if it's just me being a kid, or me being a teen, but like I just need help, and like I'm kind of just like I said, I'm kind of just stuck at like this little point where like I don't really know what to do, and I'm kind of just like what am I supposed to do? You know, I just I don't know. The person, I'm changing for myself, and in hopes that the person that I am trying to change like for, or something like that, ends up like I'm trying to change for them and myself, but majorly myself, because I really love this person and I really care about them, and I never know if I'm gonna get them back, and that sucks. But back on track on what this video is about. I again, like I never want to hurt someone I love again. Like that seriously, like I don't know, because this person was the best. Like super loving, super kind, super sweet, super awesome, super loving, super kind again, super nice, very pretty, very very pretty. But I guess I just I just couldn't really control how I reacted, and I just don't really know. I don't really know how to like control that, if that makes sense. Because I really love this person and I really care about him. I really do. Um, and I just don't know what to do. I don't like. It's like it's like being on you know it's like being in a house, and like there's a second story to the house but there's no stairs, so you just there's no way to get to the second story, but like that's how I feel. Like, I just don't know what steps to take to get to that. I just, like, honest to God, I'm just clueless. What do I do? What do I do? I want to win her back, and I want to have her back. I really do. I don't care if it's gonna be like, 4 or 5 years from here. I don't care. I don't. But I want to win her back. I really do. And I think that the only way that that's gonna happen is if I change. If I change the fact that if I change that, the fact that I just can't really control my emotions. But like, that's, again, like, that goes back on the topic of this video. I don't know how to control my emotions. I don't know how to, get control of that, because it's kind of like, I don't know. I'm genuinely I'm at the end of the line, pretty much. Like, I don't really know what to do. And I don't know how to, like, change that. I don't, because like I said, like, whenever I'm out of a relationship and whenever I'm, not in a talking stage or anything like that, how are you supposed to do that? How are you supposed to, focus on that? How? Like, that's a genuine question. I hope somebody watches this far into the video and is able to reply with that question. Like, seriously, how do you change something that you don't know really how to change? You know what you need to change, but you don't know how to change it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm just, it's just kind of one of those things, and it's just, I wanna win her back. I really do. I want to. I hope, she still loves me. I really do. I hope she does. I know she's, talking to someone else, and I know she's already probably dating someone else. But, like, that still doesn't deter the fact that I have hope for the future. But I feel like the only way that it's, like, remotely, like, reasonable to have hope for the future is whenever, I know I changed myself. I know I gave it all I got. And I never want to hurt, again, like, I just never want to hurt someone I love again. One thing she asked me was, like, Riley, it took you a month to change. Clearly, we meant nothing to you. And no, that's not true at all. I understand how it could make her feel like that. I really do. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, she shouldn't feel like that. She's allowed to feel her own feelings. She's allowed to feel the way that she feels. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that is not true in the slightest. The feelings I had towards her was feelings like I know I'm never gonna have again. Like, she was literally like my first everything. I'm not even kidding. Like, first everything. And, she was just like, it took you a month. It took you a month to change while we weren't dating. Why couldn't you do that in a relationship? Why couldn't you do that whenever we were dating? And, what I told her was I hated myself. I really did. I still kind of do. And I don't think that's ever going to go away. I also, I also told her, I always thought that if I was happy, you were happy. And that in itself is a horrible mindset. And I told her that, and she was just like, and obviously, like, I understand it. I do. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't, because I get it. I really do. I understand. But the way that I feel towards this girl is, Jesus Christ. I can't put it into words. like, I don't know. The way that I feel towards her is, you know, something that, like, you literally only experience once for the first time. And, you know, I'm not ready to give up on that, because I love her. I really love her. And I know that there is hope for us in the future. At least that's what I hope. I just, like, whenever, and especially, you know, one thing that, like, would happen, and one thing that she said was just like, why did you hurt me so much? And the only thing that I could say to her was, I didn't mean to. Like, seriously, okay, like, I get it. You know, whenever someone, you know, hurts another person, the only thing is either I'm an idiot or I'm doing it on purpose. That's literally the only two things. There's no middle ground. It's either, you know, I'm an idiot or I'm doing it on purpose. Like, and I fully take responsibility for being, you know, an idiot. Like, you know, it's just, like, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know that I was hurting her this much. Like, I had no clue that I was hurting her this much. At all. Like, at all. She went, Riley, you made me feel like shit for 11 months. And I just, only thing I could do was sit there. Because what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do about that? You know? And obviously, like, I'm talking about what am I supposed to do about that in the moment. I can't do anything about that in the moment. So I just kind of sat there because, like, I said I'm sorry. And clearly that, I understand, that doesn't fix it at all. Like, seriously, at all. That does not fix it at all. And that's more than understandable. But at the same time, I mean it. Like, you know, I might have not always been the best boyfriend, but, like, I loved you. You know, I really did. I really cared about you, and you really meant a lot to me. You still mean a lot to me. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, you guys. I never want to hurt someone I love again. Not family, not siblings. Siblings are family. Not friends, not partners. Not partners. I seriously, I never want to hurt someone that I love again. And, you know, I really hope that, you know, somewhere down the line, like, me and her, we really do meet again. We can date again. That would be amazing. Like, somewhere down the line, as in, like, you know, a year or two from now, or like 3 or 4 years from now. I just, like, you know, it's just, cause, like, I just don't know what to do. And, you know, I hope that, you know, maybe, you know, somebody that watches this video, it can be like, hey, listen, you know, I know we really don't know each other, but, like, at all, but, like, hey, you know, I understand how you feel. You know, I understand how you feel. I understand that, you know, you know, you love her. You love her and you want to change. And you're changing. I don't just want to change, I'm changing. And, you know, I'm sorry for pacing, by the way, you guys, like, just walking around in a circle. But, like, I seriously just want to change for her, for me especially, because, you know, I had people commenting on my last video, like, hey, you know, like, you know, you shouldn't change for her, you should change for yourself. And I do want to change for myself, but at the same time, you know, I do. She's also a reason why I want to change. She really is. You know, I chose her. I chose her. You know, and I'm not going to give up on her. I'm not trying to be like weird or creepy or like, you know, the crazy ex, but like I chose her. So I'm not going to just give up on her. I'm not just going to be like, listen, I'm moving on, I'm out, I'm gone. No, because I chose her. I chose to dedicate my time to her, give her things that I could never give to anyone else, you know, emotionally, physically, you know. I chose her, and, you know, I'm not going to choose anybody else, because, you know, what's the point of being in love if you aren't going to dedicate every single second to them? That's not love. That's not love. If you love someone, you should choose them and only them. You should only choose them. You know, not go on some trip and then just, you know, some dude's just, you know, super nice to you, and then you and him just start talking. That's not love. You know, it's not love. That's, I don't know what it is, but it's not love. Because if you would have chosen me, then you wouldn't have given up on me. I get it. I get it. Like I really, I was difficult, man. I get it. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I was this, you know, completely like awesome dude. No, I messed up so much, genuinely so much. I get it. I really do. Like, you know, I did some horrible things. I really did. I did some horrible things, and I admit to it. I really do. I admit to it, and I regret it. I really do. I regret it. And, you know, if there was anything that I could change, it would be changing sooner. Changing for her. And I guess, you know, another reason why I couldn't change in the relationship was because I would be so focused on the relationship. And I would, you know, tell myself like, hey, I can change for myself and her. But, you know, like, I think if you say you love someone, then you should only love them. She, you know, I'm not trying to make this like she was the problem, no. But like, we both had our problems. We both weren't always the best. There were times where I doubted it. Like, are we really gonna get this far? You know, are we really gonna take it to this, you know, to this serious point? It was always serious. Don't get that wrong. Like, but like, you know, marriage, like everything like that. And I get like thinking that as a teenager is kind of like, dude, you're stupid. Like, you're a teenager. Like, are you serious right now? Like, what are you doing? Like, but you know, I've always been like that. You know, I've always had a huge heart. But like, you know, like, I don't know. But I definitely think that you know, if you love someone, you should only choose them. It doesn't like, there were times that like she would get really upset at me for like, you know, the smallest things, or like, you know, just something that shouldn't be, you know, that shouldn't get someone upset about. And it happened so much, and I was just like, you know, like are we gonna get that far? Are we gonna get to marriage? But then I would remember, I'd be like, Riley, you chose her. You chose her. You're not gonna give up on her. You're not going to take back the love that you gave her. You're going to keep on loving her. You are. Because the things you're feeling right now are love. You love this woman. You care about her. I just think if you choose someone, you should choose them. Not some random dude or some random girl that, you know, you just met. I think you should choose that person. And I get, like, you know, like, things happen, you know, it kind of happens. But at the same time, like, you know, if you just like that, just immediately choose the new person, you know, you never really had feelings for the last person. That's how I think about it. That's how I think about it. This definitely has affected me a lot. But I hope that you all, I'll cut this video off now. I've talked a lot, but I love you all. Please have an amazing night or day, you know, do great things, and yep, I love you all. And yeah, if you guys have any advice, if anybody watches the entirety of this video, I love you. I love you all. And yeah, goodbye everybody, and just comment if you have any advice. Love you. Bye bye.